Hi there, this is Kathy Crow here at the Crow Cottage, and if you look behind me, you can see I made some scones earlier, and they actually turned out pretty good. I didn't have my regular fatty milk, I just had skim milk, and then as I went to put that in, I just thought this is not going to do it. I had butter in it, yeah, but still not enough. I didn't have any sugar in it. This is sugar-free because I am a sugar-free person now, for the most part. And, I did the milk, but I added a pretty good glob of nice Greek plain yogurt, and ooh, it was good. It's good. Jeff's going to really like those. And they are nice, and I use my monk fruit in it, so it's good. Thank you. Thank you, Connie. That's my sister. She's the one that gave me all the good substitutes because she's good at doing that, has been for a long time. Now, I hope your day is going well. I am so glad to see the sun because it is bitterly cold. It's bitterly cold a whole lot of places, I know, so I won't complain anymore. You are suffering too, probably, unless you live in one of those places like where my daughter lives. She's got rain, but it's a lot warmer. We don't have much time left with this stamp set. This is documenting the day. And I got this one because I love the big font, A Perfect Day. And then there's the in the sun too, which is how I did this card. And I purposely did this card with offsetting here. That isn't an accident. It kind of looks like it is. I don't know if I can do it again today. This card's going to be super fun for you to watch me struggle through because it's one of those just stamp and go cards. You just stamp and look at it and think, yeah, it looks pretty good. I'll stamp this here. And those cards, to tell you the truth, oftentimes the first two of them don't go well for me. And I've only done one. You will see me make the second one. We'll just see how it turns out. It's fun to see people struggle. Especially if you have those struggles yourself. It's like, well, good. I'm glad I'm not the only one. And I learned humility, like by the time I was, 28 maybe. I know it was that late. Sorry. I got a lot of hang-ups. Anyway, it took a while. I finally learned that, you're going to be apologizing a lot to people anyway. So just live and try to be good, but try to be nice. But nice doesn't always sound nice when it's coming out of my mouth. I'm doing better. I am doing better. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Let's see how wet. Oh, good. Those are fairly wet because I'm going to be needing that. I do have that sink behind me. I'm so grateful for that. I have been cleaning. It took me like 10 minutes to find my stamp set because I've been cleaning and rearranging, and what did I do with it? Oh, here it is right here. Okay, Beach Happy. This is actually the stamp set. That's the current one that I'm using today. Other than documenting the day. All the other ones are retired, and for this card, you're going to need some retired things. That's just life. And there's very little die cutting. We're not going to be doing that. Should go pretty fast. I die cut colored, and cut those out, and I'll probably do that. I hope I brought the right. I didn't, did I? And I didn't even cut my paper, but anyway, we will struggle along, and you will enjoy watching the struggle. Now, let me turn this camera around, and oh boy, that actually went smooth. Can you believe it? I am so stunned that my ability to flip-flop has improved so much. It's very nice. Okay, now I think the only problem is I, of course, can't see who's on with me. If you see me, I did forget to get my computer going, which was really dumb because the problem is, I'll put this here so you're not looking at just white space. The problem is that it takes a long time to get this up on the computer, and you are waiting and waiting and waiting. Yesterday, Jeff was home yesterday, and I'm so glad he was, because I just happened, it was like, thank you, God. That was so sweet of you to do that for me, even though it was kind of a depressing thing to observe out in our backyard. But we have a hawk, and I saw him sitting on our fence this morning already, probably post breakfast, I suspect. I watched him, Jeff and I did. Did he, Jeff? Yeah, I think Jeff, yes. Because I'd already called to Jeff, hey, there's a hawk in our yard. And so he'd come out already and looked, and so he was there too. We saw him catch the squirrel, and it was very interesting how that was one of our little squirrels, I'm sure, that lives in our tree. And it was sad because I like my little squirrels, even though they are annoying in the things they do sometimes. But they are fun. So I enjoy watching them anyway. In fact, today one that survived, thankfully there's still one out there. There always will be one out there. You cannot, I don't think you can get rid of squirrels. I think they're kind of gonna be. All right, so now I am here and I see what you see, I think. And I know my lights are kind of like all over the place here. I'm trying to get it so it will shine on, but not maybe be quite so disturbing in your eyes. Okay, now we'll see what happens with that. Oh, I made it worse, didn't I? I think I did, but that's okay. All right, now I will, because I'll fix it as we go, I suspect. Now, first of all, I did do Pacific Point for the blue. But you know what? Things retire so quickly. I don't even know if I think Pacific Point is still a color. But I don't know. I've kind of given up on it. I'm tired of trying to keep track of it all. Like, seriously, I can't keep track of all of this. So I am going to do as your afternoon today, because it'll look pretty good. I actually think Pacific Point's probably a little better, but I do need a dark one. So Pacific Point is fine, but I'm also going to come down here. I think I'm going to grab my Night of Navy. No, I don't want Night of Navy. Let's do Misty Moonlight. I think Misty Moonlight is going to be a good darker blue, because there's a few places I kind of need a darker blue. And then for the seagulls, maybe Pebbled Path or Gray Granite. I brought Early Espresso over, but I don't think I'm going to be using it. I'm pretty sure we'll just stick with our Tuxedo Black. I've got both Daffodil Delight and Bumblebee Afternoon. Those are both going to be very, very nice here, I think. So let me move you up. You're gonna be needing to kind of see what's going on here. All right, so we are going to start with this card. This card looks like a standard size, but you know, now that I'm looking at it, it looks smaller. Let's check this. This is 4 inches. Yeah, I thought I did this one a little bit smaller, and it's 5.5, but it's 4 inches, because I just didn't need all the beach. I didn't need all the sky either. And I thought I had sponged this, but now I'm looking at it, I just left it white. So that's going to simplify things quite a lot also if it's just in white. So let me see if I've got, I think I have a piece of white cardstock handy, cut and ready to go, I think. Let me see. Yes, I do. So we are going to go ahead and try to copy this. And then I'm going to cut it, and we'll see what the size ends up being. And this yellow is just going to be either Bumblebee or Daffodil Delight, probably Bumblebee. This looks more like Bumblebee than Daffodil Delight, but I don't know. And these are photopolymer stamps, so you can kind of just stamp right on. Now, because even though the beach house, the little beach hut is in front here, in front of the day and all, I don't know if I can do all of it right like that. I do know I need some paper to stamp off onto. There's going to be a lot of stamping off onto paper today, because so I'm walking all the way over here to my scrap pile to grab a good scrap to stamp off on. We're going to need to stamp off a lot with these waves and the sand and everything. So let's just work on the middle of the card. I am going to use, oh, we've got Beach Happy. Oh, come now. Beach Happy isn't what I want. That's not even our set. Why did I get out Beach Happy? Oh my goodness. What is the name of the set I'm using? What is the name? I thought I found it and I thought it was Beach Happy. It's Beach Day. Bingo. All right, now I gotcha. Beach Day. Oh my goodness. Not Beach Happy, Beach Day. Yeah, it is Beach Day. Okay, whew, I was scared there. There's no waves. So let's see where I got my waves from. It wasn't from Beach Happy, even though that's a nice one. Not using that one, I don't think. Not those waves. Not the, where's my waves? Okay, so my waves must be with one of my sailing ship sets because that's what it would be, right? Just get everything out. Okay, because we've got a lot of stuff. I love beach scenes. I don't even actually like going to the beach as much as Jeff does, but I still love these beach scenes. No waves there. That's that big giant wave. Come on, where's the waves that I used? You've got to be, oh, that's an upside down seagull I used, accidentally, obviously. That's hilarious. I didn't even know my stamp that I used was an upside down seagull to do some of my waves. You know, the things you find when you get going, and was I in the dark? I think I was. Sometimes it's dark down here in the basement. Look at this. I actually used the seagull upside down, but you can see it's the seagull. I thought I had the wave. So clearly I have a wave here somewhere that I've used. Oh, that is a riot that I did that. Oh man, the things you do. Now I do have waves here, but they're just not the ones I wanted. Let's look, because those are just two. We're gonna have to use this one, I guess. This is hilarious. I think I thought this was a wave. And without the beak and all, it actually makes a really good wave. Oh man, that is rich. That's rich. Okay, so Beach Happy, Beach Day is the scene, but here's your waves. We're gonna use that because it's gonna make a lot more sense. A lot more sense. I still am just stunned by that revelation. Okay, now what we want to do, I do want some of my waves in the actual word, but I don't want a ton of them. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is let's stamp the actual word from Doc. I've got so many stamp sets out here now that are ocean ones. I've misplaced my documenting a day. Okay, let's try to keep this straight. So we're gonna do our day first. So I kind of have it centered with my sun. And you know, I'm just gonna go ahead and cut this because I'm afraid I'm gonna get going and it's gonna not be right. I need it to be much smaller. You can see I need 2 mats. So we're gonna go ahead and make this a standard size card. This is 5.5, but I'm gonna do 2 mats. So I'm gonna come on down to 5. We're gonna make it a little snugger. We're gonna go to 5 1/8. And then this is gonna be 3 7/8. Okay, so now this is gonna be a little smaller than the card that I actually did here. I need to make that a little bit smaller. Let's do it at 3 3/4. That's still gonna just not quite. I'm gonna have to do a really tiny little mat there. That's what I'm gonna have to do. Although I really liked the nice bold blue background, so I'll just upsize my card. How about that? You can do that too. It's not that big a deal. All right, so here we go. We are gonna do the day first, and we'll see what color I like with it. You never know what color is really gonna work until you really get going on it. So let's just see. I've got two big blocks. I'm not sure which ones are gonna be the best. And we will see. Today, I thought I got tuna on myself when I cooked my cauliflower. I roasted, so I did the scones. The oven was heated up. So I thought, well, I'm gonna just go ahead and get some baking done. I got some cornbread made for Jeff. And I thought I might as well do my broccoli because I did some hard-boiled eggs. The house reeked of egg anyway, so I figured I'll just get the smelly stuff done. Roasted up that cauliflower. It's so good. I can't believe how much I love cauliflower just roasted. It's really quite delicious. All right, and so I'm going to get a good idea. This is going right in the center. Not all the way to the edge, pretty close to the edge. And we're going to go ahead and start. I'm going to test a Daffodil Delight and see how it comes out. I think it's going to be dark enough, but because I'm pretty sure this is what I used, but I'm just double checking. You know, that's quite nice. I don't really want Bumblebee if it's going to be darker than that. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and just do that. It's nice and dark. You can see it's bubbled. And yes, it's bubbled. These photopolymer stamps, they kind of do that. So you kind of need to be happy with having, you know, some texture, if you want to call it that, in your stamps. I'm going to line this up, make sure it's nice and straight. And then we're going to just stick this on where I'm hoping my beach is going. And then and this might be a little low on the card, but that's okay. I'll make it work. Since it's a clear stamp, if you don't like what you do, you can do it again. But that actually turned out quite nice. You can get a foam pad and put under it, and you can get a better, you know, connection to things that way. I do that occasionally, but not really all that often. So anyhow, I might end up stamping this again on it, just because once I've gotten some other things on there, I might need to. Now your sun is a really nice sun. It's another reason I like this stamp set a lot. And this is a celebration one, so if you want it, you need to get it now before it is gone, because it's not going to be around very long now. We've only got, what, about 2 more weeks of celebrate. It ends the end of February. Today is the day before Valentine's Day, so happy early Valentine's Day to you, if you like that sort of thing. It's kind of nice. And we want our in the sun down here, so let's grab that. Here's a perfect. We'll do a perfect first. Now, I did do it with blue and yellow, but we're going to just go with our Daffodil Delight first here. So we're going to do that right there. Oops, I missed the... Okay, now I got to get it perfect, so hold on. Okay, there we go. It's pretty perfect. A perfect day and then in the sun. This is why I like these photopolymer stamps. I'm not using if I was using a Stamparatus, which is our old, you know, Misty, basically, I wouldn't need that, but yeah, you're not going to really work there, so I'll grab this one. Okay, in the sun. We're going to go all the way down to the bottom. I'm going to come over just a little bit from it, and that time I rocked it. Now, you normally don't rock a stamp because that messes it up, but you know, it's why my F didn't go, because I didn't do that, and sometimes you kind of need to a little bit. Now, I think that's all I need from documenting the day. Again, this is a free one if you spend $60 or more right now. So don't forget it. Get this one. It's a good one. You will be using it. All right, now I can stamp the water. I want to do the water. This is the fun part. So I'm gonna, this is not the waves that I want, but it's gonna be what I'm gonna use for now. Let me see what other waves I've got. I know I have other waves. That's why I brought all these over, but I'm not seeing the ones that I really want. I don't know where I got it from. I should have. Pretty sure it was just these two sets. In fact, I probably did write a note and forgot. So High Tide and Waterfront. These are two that I use probably for every water scene I ever do because there's something in it. Like this, the dots are perfect for sand. They're not as strong as the dots here for sand, but you do get this little spot one too. And the waves on this one are really, really good. So, let's peek again here. Those look like Waterfront, and we're going to go with this anyway, because I don't want to do Waterfront. We're going to use this wave, but I do need a smaller block, so let me grab a smaller block. And we're going to try this and see what happens. Now, one thing you can do that will actually make this turn out a little bit better. I did not do it before, but you can cut out your letters and mask your object. Now this is just paper, and so if you are going to do it the right way, you're going to want to do it on a sticky note. Okay, and but I'm not going to get. I'm not going to do this too much. This is going to be just like minimal. Every time I stamp, it's going to pick it up unless I put some kind of, you know, glue or something on it. And then I don't want to mess that up. And you need a sticky note. It's what you need. And I'm too lazy to get one. So we're not bothering right now. I'm going to see what happens if I just do this. Because I can do it, I can move, I can fix it. Anything I do right now is going to be fixable. And that's the kind of day I'm feeling like today. Today is a day where you just have some fun. Don't worry if you do it wrong, and you can fix it. You can always fix it somehow. Even if I had to do it over again, wouldn't be a big deal. So, all right. Let me clean up my little mess. So the scones. It is my King Arthur flour scone recipe. I have a ton. In fact, on Pinterest, I have a whole little scone board. And because I really like scones. They are delicious. Yes, they are delicious. But the thing is that this is not going to work. That's what the thing is. Okay, I don't care. I'm doing it anyway, and I'm probably going to make a big mess. I should get a glove for my hand or something. All right. So that's what my water is going to look like. So I'm going to only just stamp off once, it looks like. But I definitely want to stamp off once. And we're going to, you know, I'm going for it here and seeing what happens. Because I just need to get in between the words a bit here, and then I can go around them. I'm just trying to avoid messing up my words a ton. Okay, oops, I forgot to stamp off, but that's okay. It's okay. It actually is going to look good that way. I can do the ends. I'm done with that. I'm just getting in between where my words are, so I'm not quite messing up the word day, because I don't want to stamp it again. It gets a little too strong if you do it too much. Let's go like here. Oh, perfect. And now I can continue with my waves. I'm going to stamp off a little more there. Let's go. That's too big. Let me grab a scrap here. So I can get this like that. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Oh yeah, this is looking great. Now I'm gonna just cover this. Try to get right in here. There we go. Oh, nice. Loving it. That's very, very good. Okay, let's put a little more right there. And that's good. That is good. So those are different waves, but I'm liking it a little better. I do like the upside down seagull. He actually, if I could get him to work, I think he actually looks pretty good as a wave. I'm gonna get him out. Yes, I am. Because I don't really want to use that one, and I don't really want to use that one. I don't like any of these waves all that much for this one, this card. Oh, this is it. No, I thought I was seeing something else. Okay, so we're gonna take this little guy, and I'm gonna see if I can use him as a wave, because he actually makes a really nice wave, and we're gonna just get that. We're gonna stamp him off, and I'm gonna get rid of his little beak and the tip of his little, there we go, and we're gonna go like that, and you really can't even see him when I do that. I kind of wanted this one up on the beach. Kind of just need like beach here. Okay, so it isn't a wave, it is the seagull, but I am getting the beak and stuff off. I don't know why I thought this was a wave. I did. I think that did I have some pain medication that day or something? No, I don't know. It's possible. But I kind of want him right up into the word a little bit. But I don't want you to see that he's the seagull. Okay. All right, very good. Okay, so this is how you can get a nice little wave going. Just use your little seagull and get rid of his little face, his little wing. There you go. Oh, I can see his beak there. That's okay. That's okay. All right. Better not do it again. It's tempting. All right, we're not doing him again. He's the upside down one. Do you like it when they have in the magazines that, hide a picture of some kind and you find it, and I can never find them. I feel like an idiot because then I look at the next month's issue and see where it was, and I think, how come I didn't see that? I looked at that page several times and I can't believe I didn't see that, but I didn't. And I'm bad. I'm bad at seeing detail unless it's a card. I can see it on a card. All right, day. Oops, I need that light. Okay, so we've got a perfect, but it's not blue at the top yet, and I kind of wanted it blue. But I'm going to do the other parts first to see if I still am thinking that. Because oftentimes when I remake a card, I end up thinking, I don't really like how I did that. So let's just not do that again. So I'm going to start with the little beach tower. It is nice to have these cut out dies so that I don't have to worry about trying to mask things and getting that chair in. I can just plop that right on top. And we better use black so that this stands out nice and strong. Oh, it's going to have to come all the way down here because this is where my beach actually is. So yeah, I put my day down a little low on the card. So we're going to see how you are going to work. I do want this to be quite vivid, and I don't want to have to stamp it again. So I'm thinking that's pretty good, but I still see some spots that don't look strong enough. Okay, so now we're gonna put this though. Oh, I forgot, I did a reverse. Oh, I did a reverse on this one. Oh my goodness, so we've gotta get where is my silicone mat? Oh, it's right here by me. Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness I can remember, because I'm telling you, since I've been moving things around, it is just so difficult to remember what I've been doing. But you need this silicone mat. This does not cost almost anything. Keep it nice and clean. Okay, you need it to keep nice and clean because it sort of attracts dust. And what you need to do is be fast with it when you do this to get a nice clean impression. So I'm going to stamp this again, and I'm going to get a different pad out. This one looks not quite as juicy. I need to make sure that I get plenty of ink on here so that I can get a really good transfer. And then I'm going to have to kind of hope that I know where I'm putting it, because I need to put it a little lower on here. Okay, so we're getting this nice and inked up, and we're going to stamp it on here like that. Okay, and then the card is going right on here, right, like that. And now you just want to press this really good. Now a friend got me this wonderful tool. This is perfect for this kind of reverse stamping, because it pushes it down nice and even all over. Do not let it shift. It will want to. Don't let it. Okay, now we'll see how it turned out. Very nicely done. Now my number is backwards. I understand that, but you cannot really tell. And with my chair there, it's not going to be noticeable at all. I did have to bring it up onto the beach quite a lot. It's not as high as I wanted it, and that's partly because I couldn't see where I was placing it. Now, if I put the sun over here and put a perfect day and in the sun over here, I could have done this card without having to do this reverse stamping. But I did the reverse stamping. All right, so there you go. You've just seen how to do that. Super easy. And clean that off, and now it's ready for another use. I really like to do the reverse stamping. It's not, it kind of makes you think you're getting a new stamp sometimes when you're doing it. All right, now I need the surfboard. We're going to do that in our misty blue, misty moonlight. Let's get rid of you. I did not put you away. So I did not get tuna on me, because when the can opened, so I got my tuna, you know, opened it up in the can opener, and the juice, normally I'm very, very careful because I do not like the smell of tuna. I do like to eat tuna, but I don't like the smell of fish, period, at all. Don't like fish, smell of it. I mean, does anyone? I don't know, but why does this not go on here? How come? Did I not get this on right the last time I did things with it? Okay. All right, now the surfboard is off, so let's do that. So it's splashed. I washed it, but thankfully I don't smell like tuna. It did not get on me. I was so glad. Okay, now this is going to kind of go off the card a bit. Let's just stick this here. Kind of want you like right there. Now I made sure I didn't get too much of the Y on my board, because I'm going to color where all these waves are and color that in so you can't see waves through it. And if I don't like how it turns out, I can always just stamp one. In fact, I'll just do one right now in case I don't like it, you know. You can just stamp one and cut it out, because there are dies for this. So let's get a good impression. There we go. If I need to, there we go. I've gotcha. But I don't think we'll need to. Now, let's see, what else do we need in this little cute beach? It's not beach happy, beach day. I don't know why I thought. This, it does have a sand with the little shells, but I don't want shells all over this beach. So that is why, let me put my silicone sheet away. Oceanfront has some sand. Where's the other one that has sand? It's water. Is it Waterfront? Oh, it's High Tide. But High Tide sand is pretty strong. So I think I'm actually going to use the Waterfront sand here. And we need that in like a crumb cake would be good. I didn't bring crumb cake over, but I've got it right here. So we'll just use crumb cake. I'm gonna put this underneath here. All right, so let's just see here. I don't want too much sand, actually. All right, I'm gonna have to do a partial bit here. I'm gonna just do the top of it. I'm still getting too much. It's a pretty big space. Let's do the top this way. There we go. And there. Oops. There. My hand's like all over the place here. It's like, I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, I think that's good. I just need a tiny bit right there. So I'm gonna take some of those off and get it there. And that's good. All right, so now you've got your sand. Now if you want clouds and such, you could probably find one that does that as well. What did you come out of? Now I'm lost. Oh, Waterfront. That was what you were in. Okay, Waterfront. Done. And then back to our beach day. It's got this cute little sand castle. Now, I don't think I have room for the sand castle this time. I don't know. Let's see. I might have to get it off over here. Like there. I'm gonna do like that. Okay, so we've got the sand castle sort of off the board because it just isn't fitting. And then the little beach ball. I do like the beach ball, but I don't think we have room for the beach ball, but let's try it anyway. We're gonna do that in, oh, I don't want it in crumb cake. I want that one in my Misty Moonlight. It got really cold. Normally I would have had the water drip going last night. Let's do you right there. But I didn't because I thought it was not going to get quite as cold as it did, and it got pretty cold. Not as cold as it did up in Kansas City, thankfully. It gets pretty cold up there. This is the one with the little, the sand with the little shells, and they are very cute. They're very cute. I'm going to put those, where do we want shells? Let's put those like right here. And right there. Yeah, I really like the shells. They're very, very nice. Very nice. Okay, and then we're going to stamp the chair. I do need another piece of white cardstock. Let me grab a scrap. Oh, that's fuzzy scrap. I don't want a fuzzy scrap. Just need a scrap. Come on. I keep grabbing a fuzzy scrap. I know I have just a scrap. Here we go. So we want our little chair in blue and a beach umbrella. Okay. Now the birds we can just do straight on the card. So let me put these away. We're done with this. No, we're not done with that color because I wanted to do our sky, a perfect day. Where's our perfect day? A perfect, did I not put it away? Because I sure don't see it. Oh, for heaven's sake. Well, I won't be doing it then. I can't find it. Why did I not put it away? Did I put it in another set or what? Okay, we've got wishing you a beautiful day, happy birthday, sending sunshine your way. There's the bird. There's my sand. Enjoy today. Where did I put my perfect day? Oh, for heaven's sake. Okay, the dies. Here's the other thing. You've got tons and tons of nice dies, and these ocean dies are really nice. And there's a nice beach and and it's long. Sometimes these aren't long enough. This is nice and long. So that is wonderful. And no, I haven't lost the perfect day. I just don't know where it is. And it's going to turn up. I'm just not even going to worry about it. I can't believe I somehow didn't get it cleaned. And I know I put it in another set. I know that's what I did. Oh, it's in here anyway. This is the set it's from, you ding dong. Okay, that would explain why it wasn't in there. Perfect. There it is. My brain just does not function well. If Jeff were home right now, I'd probably be a little concerned. Ow. All right, so that is that. At least I don't smell like tuna. Now, you just want the top or the bottom, whichever one, but I want blue at the top, like, you know, sky. So I'm just going to stamp just the very top of this this word. Maybe a little more than that. And then, oh, that's not enough. Got to get a little more than that. And then I'm seeing how dark I need it to be. 1, 2, and then this is going to go right on top, sort of. It might not be perfect on top. Oh, actually it was. In fact, it was too perfect. If it goes too perfectly on your yellow, you won't see it. But that's why I kind of did it up a little bit before, but I didn't really like that either. So now we've got this going. I like that better. So it does look a little green. Okay, you know, yellow and blue. It does look a little green, but we're talking blue. And that's another reason I went ahead and did that, because I thought, you know, I need this to look more blue than green. But I also have a fix for that. So I'm not going to worry about it. So we're done with our blues. We're done with our crumb cake. All I need are my grays, maybe an early espresso. What else do we need here? Oh, the bird. The bird. The bird's the word. And, okay, here we go. There we go. I've lost my little, no, there it is. Good. These little flimsy ones, I lose those all the time. And then it's distressing. I'm going to get just another little teeny tiny stamp block. Trying not to make as big a mess as I sometimes do. Our pebbled path. I'm going to do one bird, not full strength. Okay, there. And then we'll do one full strength right there. And then we're going to do another one, not stamping off. Okay, there we go. So now we have one closer and a couple farther away. That's the effect I was going for. I don't know if it actually looks that way, But that's what I'm going for. And he kind of looks like he's swooping in like that hawk. It was really interesting to see it catch our squirrel. Sad for the squirrel. He died fast, so, you know. The hawk went and sat on the fence like for the longest time. Here's the little bird that's just sitting. He's pretty cute. I'm going to have him sitting right on the post that's there. And I think that's that. I don't think I need anything else. You could have had him sitting up there. That would have been fine too. But anyhow, I think we're going to color it, assemble it, and we'll be done. I can cut out my things, you know, if I need to. But I don't know that we'll need to. I think I'm done with that. All right, so let's look and see what needs to be done. I need pens. Pens. And oh boy, these pens are going to be a trial for me because I don't think I used many SU ones. Now I could watercolor it, but I didn't stamp on watercolor papers. That would be a challenge. I better get out my skin tones. So we have crumb cake. Those are weak ones that I keep, even though they're really, really weak. The light one is. I've got weak ones and I've got stronger ones that are regular strength. But I like to keep ones that are like running out because then you can get a lighter color on them. You can use your flesh tones. They were sold as flesh tones, but now they're sold as natural ones. There's ivory, lots and lots of ivory and bronze. I don't want to color my beach thing, you know, too much where the D is because it's right behind it. So we're going to color this very, very lightly. And I also want to color my sand very, very lightly. And so I'm not really sure what colors I'm going to use. I have a lot of other pens that I like to use if I want a very light brown. So let's start with, ivory's going to be pretty dark, but we're going to start with it and see what it looks like. Okay, that's pretty good. So we're going to stick with ivory. Ivory's going to be my beach color to a great degree here. Looks like I'll need to do it. It's a little on the light side, so let's try what I think is a watered down crumb cake. Let's see. No, you're not a watered down one. You must be the watered down one. And I'm saying watered down, but it's just running out. Those are both dark. Where's my weak crumb cake? Weak crumb cake. Maybe did I get rid of it? No, there you are. Light crumb cake. Aha, you're the one. Okay, so it's pretty worn out, which is good. Okay, it's a little too worn out, but it is worn out pretty good. So it's going to be great in between, you know, my letters, in between my shells. And I think we'll take let's just take the dark crumb cake. We'll do some lines here, just to kind of pull some color in and make a more strong beach edge where that water's coming up. And I do want to color in my little castle a little bit. Okay, so I am just doing these little lines just to try to get in dots. I'll put in a few dots here and there. Try to get a little more color from my crumb cake because that light crumb cake is pretty pale. So I need to spread that color out a bit. So now I'm just blending it where I can get a little bit more color going. Okay, right like that. Let's go ahead and come on down so you can see the actual coloring a bit better. Okay, now I don't want to just do the same color necessarily for my, for the sandcastle. I need that to stand out just a bit. Okay, so what do? Let's add a little gray granite. Got dark gray granite and dark gray granite. Do we have light gray granite? We've got another dark gray granite. This is what happens. I end up having tons of one, but not the light. That's why, Stampin' Up!, I buy other pens as well. So I am using your Stampin' Up! Pens, but I am buying other ones, and because there aren't enough pastels. So this gray granite, actually this light one, that's working pretty good. I'm gonna do that for the castle and then do a wash over it with the crumb cake so it's still a little bit brown, but you can kind of see it there. Now, I do need this beach, this beach house to stand out a bit. Let's try our gray granite again, but this time let's try the dark one, see how dark that is. That's good. So we're gonna go with gray granite for the posts. Okay. You can see that pretty good. And the railing as well. Base. We're going to do the underside of the roof, but not the top. All right, that's pretty good. Okay, let's do the railing. I'm glad this isn't a rope railing. Sometimes they do that rope all the way down and it's just a lot more challenging to make this kind of a card with a rope. Okay, that looks good. I am liking that. I don't need to color the birds at all, but we do need those shells. They need to be pink. And I didn't really like the pink I did with them before. I think I did petal pink and did not like petal pink. It wasn't pink enough. And so it's kind of hard right now to find the pink I want because they're either really way too strong or not strong enough. And so we're gonna just go with Flirty Flamingo, but I don't know. We're gonna see. Yeah, Flirty Flamingo's pretty good. It's a little bit too pink also, but I don't care. It's going good. That looks good. I like it. All right, so I've got a better pink. That petal pink was just almost exactly the same as my crumb cake once I kind of colored it and mixed it all in there. And so that was Flirty Flamingo. Now let's see what else we need. Let's put away all of these neutrals. I don't think I need them anymore. Those actually were really good as far as pastel-y. I should probably just be happy with that. All right, now blue. We need our Azure Afternoon. Pull my chair up so I can sit. That'll make it a little more comfortable for me. Azure Afternoon. Boy, the news has been good every day. It's been so sweet to see good things happening in the nation, hasn't it? It's very good for our families and kids. So good. So light Azure Afternoon. Let's put that here. And that's pretty dark. So I don't really want that on the whole beach house. I am gonna do it here because I can do it there. But the thing is, I want that D to shine out. So I'm going to have to come up with something else on the actual beach hut. I'm going to use this one also on this flag. Okay. And the surfboard. And so do you see how those waves are just kind of disappearing there? You can see them, but you know, if you don't want to see them at all, just cut out another one. The other thing you can do is find, do I have an Azure Afternoon marker? That's Tahitian Tide. Oh, that's Azure Afternoon. You can use these markers and it will be very dark, but it would cover up, you know, those waves a lot. However, it would be very dark. So let me grab this is Balmy Blue, and let's try Balmy Blue instead and see if it's better. Yeah, it is. Balmy Blue is going to cover that up a lot better. And you just have to make sure you're doing one stroke, one stroke, one stroke. Don't try to go color, color, color like you do with the blending pens, because this leaves edges. Okay, but you can use these markers to color with if you don't mind seeing some streaks. Usually I just write with them. That's why they are called Stampin'. They used to be called Stampin' Write markers. I don't know if they still are or not. Now we need something very, very pale. So let's go with our light Balmy Blue. And we'll just color up to our little letter D and that A, where the beach hut is. Okay, we're going to do that. And then that way we can still see it. Actually, I'm going to use this for the door frame. This is again Balmy Blue. So we've got the door frame kind of showing a little right there on the D, and then I'll go over it with the dark Balmy Blue. Oh, that's Seaside Spray. Let's see here. Balmy Blue, why did you get separated? Here's a dark Balmy Blue. Right there and there and there and there. Okay. All right, and then we'll use our dark Balmy Blue here too, because that's just not showing up enough. And then it would be nice to have some white where that the life preserver is. Oops, I didn't mean to put that away quite yet, because I do need to color our beach ball, and I want it to be colored the same color, but this is this Azure Afternoon? Yeah. I'm going to just use this marker. It's pretty dark, but I'm going to use it anyway. There, 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 and I'm going to put my own stripe right there. Okay, just to cover up my little sand splotch. All right. The bird and the tire, they do need a little bit of white. So if you have a gel pen that's white, you can use it. There's a lot of white options actually out there, but a gel pen works pretty good. It's not going to get it actually white, but it will lighten it up quite a lot so that it shines and you can see. Otherwise it's going to look very, very yellow right here. Okay, to lay that gel ink on, I kind of have to tap, 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 tap. It doesn't like coloring on things you've already colored, so you do have to work it a bit, but doesn't that help quite a lot? And the bird actually just looks even better if you do tap, 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 tap. Looks like little feathers. Just don't go over the lines. You want to see all of his outlines. Is there anything else I need to get that I messed up on? I don't really think so. That looks pretty good. Nice. It's looking nice. All you need is the mat and you are done. Now, wasn't that fast? It's so easy. Now, this is the kind of stamping that people love to do because it's just a fun color, stamp, color, cut and glue, and you're done. It's very nice. So we're going to do a very, very, very small border with Daffodil Delight, since that's the color that I used there. Although this is why I thought I did Bumblebee, because that actually, Bumblebee looked more like this than this. But this is Daffodil Delight, so very interesting though. I don't know. I might, let me compare here if I really want to use that. Kind of like my Bumblebee paper. I think I'm going to get it out and see. So I got my broccoli, or no, my broccoli, my cauliflower done up there, but oh boy, those scones, very, very tasty. Put a little, it's just plain vanilla. And it's, like I said, it's the King Arthur. I don't even bother with the other. I've got other recipes. I don't bother with them because, yeah, see, that is much better match. It's so odd. All right, I want the smallest of borders here. So I'm going to lay it there so I can get exact sizing. I'm not going to bother measuring, but it would be an 1/8 less, whatever it is that I'm doing. Maybe 1/4 less. Okay, so we're going to do that on there. And that's going to work good. And then I'm going to take this and use that to get the border I want for my azure blue. And that ended up being, yeah, it's not even really quite 4 1/4. I could have gone the 4 1/4. Let's do the 4 1/4 because we can. Okay. That one we'll put away. So there's a lot of new things coming out with Stampin' Up. We are doing our pre-order right now. There's a bunch of new things. If you are a demonstrator and you haven't looked, you should look, because a lot of the kinds of stamps I like weren't there in the catalog when the little mini one came out, but this new one has got the new pre-order coming out has almost all of those, the ones that I would normally be buying, so I think you'll be quite pleased with it. I was. And so you'll be seeing some newer things here pretty soon when I get working on them. And the winter is the greatest time to do card stuff, you know. I can't go out and do too much anyway. It's so cold out there. Everybody's getting blasted. Our whole family is, except for, like I said, our California people. They're blessed to have some nice weather, but other things not so. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe it's getting better. Hope so. Anyway, the weather's nice. They're getting a lot of rain today. Oh boy. Every time I get to see a forecast of a lot of rain, all I see at this time of the year are spring flowers coming up. My neighbor's got some ranunculus she had delivered that I had to go down and get the corms for her while she was away, because she said they weren't supposed to come yet. Can you go get them? And so I got them safely in because we had quite the cold snap. Those little babies were all tucked away inside where they were nice and warm. Oops, that's too far. That's all right. I'm going to leave it because I can't take it off. All right, very nice, very nice. Then here's your standard 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And we are done. Now you can always stamp the inside. I never do. For one thing, I write a lot. Usually by the time I finish writing, I scribbled on the back and everything. So I don't always have the space for decorating anyway. Mostly it's just a matter of laziness. Sheer laziness. Okay, there we go. Isn't that fun? So there's your card. Oh, I forgot my beach chair, but you know what? I didn't color it, did I? And I don't know that it fits in there all that well. I don't have a lot of room for it, but let's do it because it actually is quite cute. And let's see here. We've got, put all my pens away. Where are you? There's Balmy Blue. And where are you? Not Tahitian Tide. It's oh yeah, Azure Afternoon. Where are you? Azure Afternoon. You were right here. Are you out? No, you're not out. Oh, Azure Afternoon is too dark anyway. Now that I recall. So we'll do dark Balmy Blue. All right. Oh, Balmy Blue. You are like not even close. I don't want Balmy Blue. That's not beach enough. Not beachy. It's too misty. What are we gonna use here? I think Tahitian Tide's gonna be too dark also, but I'm gonna grab it and see. Here's the light Tahitian Tide. I'm hoping it'll be a little lighter. Yes, it is. Perfect. Okay. It's much better than... Oops, I went out of the lines. Oh, well. We'll fix that. And the beach chair. Okay. Oh, that's quite a lot darker. Maybe I do want that one. This is the dark Tahitian Tide. I think I do want that one. Okay, there we go. All right, very good. Then we need the yellow for the beach umbrella. I don't know that I really need the yellow. I was just trying to make it all color coordinated nicely. This is like a So Saffron. We'll try that. Ooh. The pen edge is definitely seen better days. Okay, So Saffron. You're kind of pale looking, alcoholish. This means it's alcohol-like. All right, then we can cut this guy out, and then we will be done. So we've got our umbrella. Oh, they've got these really nice little shells in there. Oh, and the little beach grass. Kind of like that too. There is a little preserver. And of course, it cuts out the sand castle. So you've got everything in here to do like really cool things. I've seen so many really nice cards. Cannot grab you. There we go. Put you on there. There we go. I need to, what I'm doing, it's foolish, but I'm doing it anyway because that way I use all my old stuff. When a set is retired and I know I'm not going to show you it anymore, I am taking elements out that are background elements. Like I will take out the waves and this and the palm trees, and I will put them in a special case, magnetic, so I can see what I've got in there. And then I'll have room for this guy. And then I keep that over there on my wall. And I know from past experience that is going to help. I will be seeing things a lot better that are old things that I'm gonna use. Okay. I'm gonna try to use my left arm some because my right arm, of course, is where I had my surgery, and well, I mean, it was connected to that arm, and so it's weaker, and I injure it when I'm doing too much. And I saw somebody else's, some demonstrator who we follow is, you know, having to cut way back on her business because of her shoulder issues. And Magnet, I need you to grab, let's flap you over here. So I'm going to do one at a time then, since you're being difficult. So we have to be careful of our shoulders. Now they do have, there are electric ones that you don't have to do this manual crank. But normally, like that was super easy. It's probably not the die cuts that are tiring for my arm. It's the embossing folders. Those are the things that I have to really work on to get through, and I don't think that's good for me. And so I'm thinking I need to use this other arm more, and not just use my right arm for all of my crafting, because I'm right hand dominant. I just don't think about it, and I'm sure, like many of us, I'm ruining my shoulder. My mother had terrible bursitis in her shoulders anyway, so it's probably a weakness in my family line, so I should be more cautious. All right, there we go. So that's that. I'll throw those things. That's why I'm not worrying about these. These are all going to be, they are one of these days going to be on my wall and not in this case. But I keep stamps that are actually, or dies that are specific to a stamp. I do always keep them, of course, in there. All right, now we've got our little beach hut and chair. Let's try to stick you. I don't want to cover, I can cover up my backwards numbers, I suppose. I just don't really like the placement because I don't really want to be too much over my day. I think I'm gonna bring this way down, and we're gonna put the chair way down, all off the card somewhat. That actually looks pretty cool when you do that. You don't have to have everything just fitting right in there. Now the one problem is the little legs. If they're little skinny legs, that can be a problem. So I'm gonna take my glue, and we're going to put just a little dab of glue. It is going to bend the chair a bit because, you know, the chair's got a dimensional on it and the umbrella's got a dimensional on it. And then when I do that with the glue. Okay. Oops, let's do the umbrella. I need that too. All right, so the umbrella, we're gonna do you right there. And I'm gonna stick that glue on there. It does see the stem bends down. That one's not the problem. This might be a little awkward. We will see. Okay, so I've got glue on my little legs. That black leg staying nice right there on the card. This one's still up because the dimensional's just too far up, but it's on really good, so it's not going anywhere. And so that is that. Very cute. All right, so we are done. Let's try to flip this. And now you can see my ceiling really good. There we go. Have a wonderful week, and I hope you have a warmer weather. Oh boy, look at you, Sylvia. I bet your day is beautiful and lovely. You've probably got nice, balmy breezes. I'm so jealous. But I get to look at a nice little beach, right? Not anywhere near one. Actually, we would be more going the Florida route over on this side of the United States rather than California. But because Jeff grew up over there, that's where we always go. We will probably never go. I probably never go to Florida, which is sad because I have a wonderful, lovely couple of team people down there. So it looks tempting, that's for sure. All right, so don't forget to go in there, find out all about the Stampin' Up! Stuff that you are missing. Don't forget to take advantage of this stamp set before it's gone. And I will see you next week. Bye.